Today begins our second season of play in the American Conference as we take on Navy in the second game of the year. Our schedule gives us a couple American Conference games after our opener against Duke. Then we go get tested in non-conference play before the remainder of our conference schedule. This is now Gerald Ogletree's team. We are going to make him a captain. He's made a couple starts, and he is the leader of this team. Ogletree looked pretty good in that first game. I thought the offense had a lot of good moments, and it was just kind of the step one of changing up this offense a bit, being a little bit more spread, maybe a bit more pass heavy, and Ogletree fits that pretty well. We did see him miss a few throws, take a few hits that maybe were a little unnecessary, so maybe the one concern is just managing that as we take on Navy now. We see some of the wear and tear effects. What we saw from the running game was promising, led by Baraka Odenibo in his debut. And then Damar Alba, 7 catches for $122. Akeem Madden's debut was extremely successful, 8 catches, 85 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a bunch of other targets. He should continue to get double-digit targets per game. I'm expecting us to play well against Navy. I think we have an advantage in the trenches, and I think our offense is going to put a lot of stress on their secondary. Excited to get into this game. The main thing we have to worry about is just slowing down the option attack. It's one of those unknowns. You'll maybe see like 1 or 2 of these games a year in most cases, and so anytime Navy or Air Force shows up, it's like, well, this could get a little weird. And as a little side note here, Alex Romero, their kicker, I actually recruited him last year. I just went in a different direction with Jamie Finger, and Romero ended up on Navy. And I would say this is a sports-wide philosophy. One of the most dangerous teams are the home underdog. I don't care if we're on the football field, if we're playing basketball, the home dog is not a team you want to be overlooking. On top of that, we got some rain in the forecast. A whole lot of it here in this one as Jamie Finger will get us underway. Navy is up first in this one, and the return is taken out beyond the 20-yard line. Coach Reggie Carter still wearing the shorts, not exactly changing his attire for the game today. And here are the midshipmen opening at the 21-yard line. Flex bone look. We're going to come out with 5 down linemen. Flipping left and planted is the quarterback, and they will add some hurry up into this. Kevin Busby is the quarterback for Navy. Not actually like a dynamic rushing threat, and now he'll throw, and it's broken up. Well covered on the play by number 38. That's Cordell Herring, the starting safety. The key for any option team here, or when you're facing an option team, is to get them to 3rd and long. Because now that flex bone's going to go away. They come out here with what some teams call pony personnel, and the pressure arrives. Tylon Lee with the sack and a successful 3-and-out. I'm not a fan of that personnel personally. I just think, put a tight end out there. 5 blockers, 2 running backs. I don't like it. Just kind of misdirection formation. Keontae Bargava's going to handle this return, make a cut. Now a foot race to the outside. He's in opposing territory and will set us up with a very short field. I actually used to run a good deal of split shotgun in various series, UTSA, Kalispell, Minnesota, but I pretty much remove all of those these days. Our left tackle, Noah Hacker, has a high risk of injury. I think this is a really good chance for us to get 4-star freshman Josh Casa a game of action. I think that we're going to start him and get some experience for the young tackle. He should be a starter perhaps next season. And we'll come out first play And a run inside, through the middle with ease. This is Baraka Odenibo with a gain of 18. Saw quite a bit of Bradley Durham there in the first game. He checks in after the first play, and a high throw is pulled down. That's Madden down to the 1. Split T formation. We're going to get tricky and fake it. Caught. Touchdown. Leo Westerman as Arkansas State is on the board. Here's a run for Navy, trying to head left. There isn't much there. We're probably going to stay in a 5-2 or 4-3 defense for much of the day. Only go with extra DBs when it's an obvious passing situation. 3rd down and 6. It is an option. Pitch to the right. And the tackle is made shy of the marker. How about this? 4th and 2, second drive of the game at their own 32, and they are going for it and will not get it. Cordell Herring on the tackle. Back to pass, and now taking off with it. It's Ogletree inside the 20, keeping safe at the sideline. It's Ruggins on the carry now, and he gets 5. And a run left now. Not much there for Odenibo. We have our first 3rd down. I called the timeout in picking this play, so better work, right? 3rd down and 5 for Gerald Ogletree. And he's back to pass. Dumped and caught. Touchdown, Baraka Odenibo. Little bit behind him on the throw, but a great catch. An I formation look now for Navy, and a play fake. They dump it off, and Herring will continue to rack up every tackle he can. A little more traditional offense here on this drive, and the tackle is made this time by Nick Raines. Navy seeking their first down of the game. 3rd and 5, and it's flipped left. Tackled on the play by Braylon Wortham. The advantage in the trenches combined with speed is playing out about how I thought it would. Here's a throw high. I mean, these receivers have had to save like 3 balls so far. It might be a catchable ball at times, but the accuracy of Ogletree, I think, is going to be a bit of a story all year, and trying to manage that, hoping to not end up with, balls going the other way. Play action now, and covered really well as Ogletree is going to pick up the first down. Baraka Odenibo. It's a good stop for Navy. And 3rd down and 4. It's out and caught. Keontae Bargava. And option left. It's Odenibo now. Inside the 20, a first down. Might not call too many of those with the hit that Ogletree just took. Now play fake, and he's in trouble. Just couldn't get out of there fast enough. All buzz the motion man. And here's a grab made by Ofisa Orlando. I want more of a look at him. We saw a couple drops from Pierre Shembo there in the first game, and I think Orlando offers a slightly more sure-handed option who also has a 6'5 frame. Maybe that could be useful, especially down here in the red area. 3rd down and 15. This one's lofted. End zone. Orlando can't find it. And Edwards now, the center, Jaden Edwards. He is hurt at the end of the play. Made a couple kicks in his debut, missed one. Jamie Finger will make it a 17-0 game. Nice job bouncing off tackles here and grinding out 6 yards. Navy trying to get their first down still. Little misdirection, kind of like the play, but ran right into Max Souls, and it's 3rd down again. Not going to make it easy on him here. We're going to get 5 across the line, press the receivers. Here's a run up the middle, and a yard shy is Deshaun Howe. Controlling the ball here in the first quarter. Another successful rush. A blitz there I wasn't expecting. Second down and 17. Another one high, and it's batted up in the air. A chance at a stop here for Navy. Now the snap was a little bit off, and the pass is high. Can't connect with Bargava. Oh, their best play so far. It's pitched out. Very close to a first down. Straight ahead, and that is enough for a Navy first down. Busby running left, gets some room, and trucks ahead for 6. Handoff on third down. Wasevich one-on-one with the fullback, makes the tackle. And if they were going for it on 4th and 2 at their own 30, well, you bet they're going to do it again. 4th and short, inside, give, and that's going to be enough. I'm actually spending a timeout. I want to get CJ Bass off the field. He has an injury risk right now, and he's just going to be stopping the run anyway. So we'll make a change there. Nick Raines will get some additional snaps. And now flipping left is Busby, and he pitches it outside. With the angle, he's down the sideline to the 20-yard line. Great play, ending up in the hands of Deron Hurt. It's a scoring chance now for Navy. And now to the right side, watch out. Tylon Lee. Busby hands, look at this room inside, and the run goes to Hashim Odenibo. A legitimately impressive drive for Navy. Trying to finish it the right way, and flipped out to the right, and to the end zone! Touchdown! Mailau So'oto. And that is a big score for Navy, looking legitimately tough on that possession. 12 plays, 63 yards. Only leading by 10 now in the second quarter, and we'll set up a screen. Float it out. Odenibo's got some blockers, leading him into the green. Running inside, and Odenibo gets another first down in Navy territory. Bradley Durham checks into the game, gets another carry. Durham falling ahead to the 40. Now chased and could not get away. Thought we could flip over there and get going to the left, but not even close. Already seeing more hits on Ogletree than I really wanted to. And now 3rd down and 17. Ogletree lobbing, looking for Orlando, and he makes the catch. Going up to get it at the 14. We haven't had too many big receivers in this series, and you wonder, like, does it really make a difference? I think in situations like this, it does. Defender can't get his hands on the ball. Less of a chance of him being able to make a play. Here's Ruggins now. Someone got out of their gap, and Ruggins takes it in for the touchdown. Keontae Ruggins' first score of the year. Oh, there's a good run up the middle. The safety slowed him down. He was the first one to make contact with Deron Hurt, who suddenly has 8 carries for 64 yards. Navy's down 17, but it feels different than the last time they were down 17. It's also a good time for me I want to drop a theory on you, or like a philosophy. As the pressure gets there, and we got Noah Herrick recording the sack. Max Souls, he is shaken up. That's not good. I think this also might be a good game to get Jeffrey Brazil involved. But here's my philosophy. I've been thinking about this one, but like, Navy being down 17-0 and then being down 24-7 are not really the same thing. I'd rather be down 24-7 than 17-0 because at least in that event, you have shown you can get on the scoreboard. Like, not all deficits are equal, even if they're equal, right? Because they're still different. I'd rather be down 20-10 than 10-0, you know? I mean, anytime you have no points on the scoreboard, that's not a good thing. But even if it's like, would you rather be down 24-10 or 38-24? Like, would you rather be in the shootout or would you rather be in the lower scoring standard game? I don't have a universal philosophy there, but I think there are, it doesn't really matter, but it's something I've thought about. When you play all these games and you watch games and it's like, all right, we're into the thousands now, so many different games, the conversations you start to have with yourself are a little different. Here's Bargava on the edge, and he's out of bounds, staying on his feet. 2 minutes on the clock. And setting and throwing, it's caught. Pierre Shembo cuts it out of bounds. Plenty of time in this situation, but that is going to be a 4th sack. Stepping up in the pocket is taking longer. Like, every little quarterback movement feels slower right now. I think the rain that's just part of how it goes. But Navy trying to keep us from getting too much more going. And, a chance. We're caught now on 3rd and 16. Navy trying to keep the score where it's at. And trying to go long now. Breaking open. Damar Alba hauls in the touchdown. And the Red Wolves strike again. Will Akeem Madden get his 10-plus targets in this game? Well, probably not. Hasn't been a huge factor yet, and not going to force it if we don't need to in the second half. 3rd down, Navy. Here's one to the outside. And we'll get off the field, but spend that last time out in the process. Taking off Ogletree. He'll pick up 10 more. Got that 1st down, so the clock stops. They're already playing their safeties extremely deep. And that's going to be well shy now for Bargava. We're going to head to the air again. Ogletree, end zone. What a catch! Ofesa Orlando. The redshirt senior has waited a long time. And I'm glad he's getting this chance early in the year because he might be someone who gets featured on a regular basis. Fantastic first half for Arkansas State, and the starters might not play a whole lot more at 38-7. And making his debut here in the second half is running back Ron Best. 4-star freshman. Plan is to redshirt him this season. Man, if we had that block there was some green ahead of him. But he's going to get a lot of playing time here in the second half, along with backup quarterback Rashawn Coleman. Gerald Ogletree had 4 first-half touchdowns. Coleman will get at least part of this half as he dumps it off to David Ivey. Getting a lot of new guys playing time. This is always nice when a game like this happens early in the year. You can use more of your roster. But I might end up using some of Chauncey, Missouri, because I'm still going to want to throw the ball a bit. And Coleman's accuracy ratings are pretty low. But you know what? He's quarterback number 2, and he's getting a chance. Navy ball, it's 3rd down and 13. We send 5 and thrown right to the defense. Come on. Nearly a pick. And I think that was Steven Ricks at safety. Cheap completion here to Pierre Shembo out on the edge. Goes down with 6 yards. Here's Coleman on a designed run, a stiff arm, and now into the open field. It's Rashawn Coleman out of bounds at the 37. Pierre Shembo injured at the end of it. Back to the air again, dumped, caught Ron Best, who right now might be the best pass-catching running back on this team. Ron Best gets the carry. Getting through the line with 5. Play action. And lofted way over the head of Kiki McCracken. And now Josh Casa, he goes down. We need 5. And breaking open, really good release by Shembo. He found space, and we throw our 5th touchdown of the day. Nice block, and to the outside, Navy gets a first down, and we're just seeing players leave left and right. 3rd down again, they dump it off and block it well. Here's a first down to Odenibo. Pressure is there, a sack. 3rd of the day for Arkansas State. That's Elliott Head, who had entered the transfer portal and ended up right back here. Running on 3rd and 9. Dallas Brown takes care of that one. And Navy's going to look to punt. Good game to get some experience here. Ron Best will get the carry. Pick up a first down. Shembo coming across the middle. He's got a first down. 3rd down and 14. Coleman at the sideline. It's too low for Orlando. Trouble. David Asper now gets the sack. 3rd and 11. That is well covered by Frederick Cruz, who forces the incompletion. Here's a lot of room for Ron Best. Makes the first man miss on a gain of 9. 3rd down and short. Best gets it through the line cleanly. First down. We are in the 4th quarter, by the way. Coleman's going deep now. Orlando! Not this time. We're going to keep trying those, though, after seeing what he did in the first half. If that's a tool we now have in the toolbox, that's going to be exciting. Coleman stepping up now, and he's going to take off with it and get first down yardage. 2nd down and 6, and Coleman will sprint upfield again, putting the ball on the ground, but we end up with it. The deal breaker for running back Ron Best is running back receptions. And Best is going to jet outside, make 2 men miss with 1 move. He's down to the 6. Coming into the year, our grade on running back receptions is an A-, so I think we'll be in really good shape to keep him happy. Got him a couple catches already here in this opportunity. Now rolling left. And it's there! Touchdown! Kiki McCracken! Didn't want to throw it early because I didn't want the cornerback covering Orlando on that side to have a chance at it. That's a nice throw. Here's a deep ball now, thrown down the middle and broken up by Steven Ricks. I think he's got really good upside as a 4-star safety. I liked where his skill caps were, where he is a box specialist archetype, but high upside as a cover player. And we get the football here again. Keontae Bargava to the 50. Chauncey, Missouri has entered the game, a red shirt freshman. And his first throw is going to be a deep ball at Ricky June, and it is broken up. Nice job, Orlando, getting off that press coverage. 9-yard gain. First completion for Missouri. We're going to leave the offense on for a 4th down and 3. And Missouri dumps it. Ron Best on the catch. They're sending pressure over the top now. Dropped in. David Ivey makes the catch. Heck of a pass there. Just trying to get everybody a little involved here if possible. Just a few minutes left to go. That's going to be a negative catch for Ricky June. Oh, come on. I forced the screen over there. So we're going to start the season, a pick 6 in both games, both on screen passes. Making this game count here for Ron Best. His 13th carry is one of his better, getting the first down. There's one for Ricky June. Positive yards on the season now. Nice catch there by Best. He has 5. We only get 4 games to use these players while they're red-shirted, which is nice, compared to back in the day when you couldn't play them at all. Coleman off the first down fake. He's got McCracken at the 15. Play action. One more throw. Caught. Touchdown, Kiki McCracken. Not much of a run the clock out guy here. I want to get experience to these young players. I want to work on our deal breakers. And just want to continue to find a good rhythm with this offense. And I like what I've seen 2 games in. 1-0 in American Conference play, 59-14. We defeat Navy. 4 touchdown passes for Gerald Ogletree. And I think we had 3 or 4 more in the second half. 592 yards of offense, 8 of 13 on third down, 6 red zone touchdowns, 1 field goal. Outside of that pick 6, not many mistakes today. Navy just didn't really have the speed to do a whole lot. They got hurt in the open field there a couple times. A combined 7 touchdown passes, which is probably a personal record for me. We still had 46 pass attempts in this game and over 300 yards. Ron Best, 14 carries to lead the team. Odenigbo, 6. Ruggins had a pair. So Ron Best, in the second half, had 20 touches. Led us with 6 catches. Quiet day, for guys like Akeem Madden, but we didn't have to force the ball his way much. 10 tackles for Dallas Brown, most of those coming in the second half. And 4 sacks on the day. Early in the year, you want to get as much information on your team as you can. And I do think that the big thing we learned today is that we may have a big-time playmaker in Ofisa Orlando. He's not the fastest guy, but when you're 6'5", you don't always need to be. He's fast enough for his size. He has really good hands, can go up and make the tough play. Hopefully, those 2 weren't a fluke. He's going to have to do it against better secondaries, of course. But if we look at just his career to this point, he hasn't played a lot. But when he is out there, he's making the big play. So we're going to continue to give him looks, especially one-on-one, to see if he keeps coming down with them. We'll get more of a look at Ron Best, hopefully next year. I'm not really concerned about this deal breaker, so I assume he'll be back. And with elite development, I'm really hoping we get a speed and acceleration boost and then see what the rest of his skill set does. He has a very, very high ceiling, uncapped quickness, uncapped power. He might be the complete running back of this team's future. Josh Casa played a lot today, and he was really going to no matter who we were facing. I just thought that we had to give Hacker the day of rest. uncapped pass protection with him. And we had a couple plays made in coverage by Steven Ricks. Looked pretty good out there. Wasn't tested a lot, so hopefully get him some more chances this season with that uncapped zone coverage. We would like to see him get a little bit faster too with 84 speed. That's not a ton, but we tend to see a lot of these young players get at least another point or two. If he can get to like an 87, I'll feel a lot better about his overall coverage upside. All right, let's get to some recruiting now. How are things unfolding? We are moving up the board here in a few cases, but still first for Randall Lyles. We jump up for Deontay Dobbs, but Texas A&M is off to a pretty good start. Oliver Sanders still has just the one offer from us, and he might be a number 3 center, which would be huge for us to add. Cole Sandlin has us in number 1. Alfonso Ahmad does as well. We got a couple gems here at defensive tackle that we're currently in pretty good shape for. Carl Riggs, the gem I uncovered last episode, we have a start here on his battle. I did want to see if we could find a quarterback target here early or not, so Josh Fogg is definitely going to be an option. He doesn't have an offer right now, so I might as well give one to him. He looks like a pretty good prospect. And if no one's going after Christian Fine right now, we are going to give him a scholarship offer. Can't do a lot else. I don't have the hours. But you're talking about a freshman with 93 spec catch, 85 release at 6'2", 203. I mean, come on now. The 50-50 ability, press pro, that's a no-brainer right there. So all in all, I think a pretty good start to the season, both on the field and off the field here in recruiting. Hopefully get some visits lined up soon, because I know that these 4 stars are going to be really competitive. And we're not the only team that's adding these players here in the American Conference. I'm recording content ahead of an upcoming vacation that I'm probably now on when you're watching this video. So this is going to be the only game in this video today. I'm going to keep it a little bit shorter, and then we'll get back to 2-game episodes upon my return. I'll try to keep y'all updated, maybe make a community post on the channel. But thank you all for watching. Really enjoying the action so far in Season 5, and hope you are as well. And before I head out, just the quick numbers here. Gerald Ogletree, 7 touchdowns, just 1 interception right now. And then Barako Denibo, $125 on the ground. Ron Best, the second leading rusher at the moment. Damar Alba, 2 touchdowns and 164 yards through the air, averaging over 20 yards a catch. On defense, we have 2 sacks for Noah Herrick. Looks like 6 combined as a team. Still waiting on that first takeaway, though. And there are a few quarterbacks who have more touchdowns than Gerald Ogletree to this point, including Cole Welliver, who we are going to see when we take on Memphis next time. Thank you all for watching today's episode. Leave your thoughts below in the comment section. Year 5 is here, and I can't wait to bring you more of it. Stay tuned, everybody. Subscribe to the channel, and have a great day.